Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I want to tell you a story, and then I'm going to give you an assignment. When I was a kid doing cleaning work, it started at 12, and I would clean houses in the morning and banks after school. And there was a block of time between school letting out and after school chorus, and then when I had to clean that bank, and I would have to catch a bus to downtown, and I'd go to the library, get all my homework done, and it still wasn't time to clean the bank because the bank didn't close until about 5, I think 5 or 6. And well, it closed at 5 and everybody was out by 6, and then you had to go over and do the cleaning. It's crazy when I think about it now. So I'd go to the library to get all my work done, and then I would go down into the basement where the microfiche and microfilm were. And if you're old enough to know those terms, you know. And I would get catalogs of interior design and clothing. There was a boy who said you could tell what day of the week it was by what dress I had on, because I had 3 dresses, and they came from Goodwill. But my mother was really good at picking out the best that was in Goodwill. She was really good at checking the fabric of a garment. And she was also really good at laundry, so things lasted a very long time, and they were always, clean and crisp and what have you. But still, I had those 3 dresses, and I said one day I'm going to have whatever I want. So in my mind, I was doing research for what it was that I was going to want. And I'd see all these expensive things, and I'd say, I'm not going to pay that kind of money. That's crazy. But I was dreaming, and then I'd see all these wonderful houses, and I'd be planning, and I'd see, and I remember saying, I'm going to live where you don't have to have curtains, because I don't like curtains, those big drapey curtains. And if you ever clean a house, you know, those are just wall dust bunnies. Anyway, so I was planning, and I remember when I started working after school and graduate school and what have you, and I'd make money, and the first thing I would do is buy expensive clothes, and I had clothes that I didn't even wear, and I had clothes, and it was a waste, but it was this based on this childhood lack, right? And I loved moving into houses, and I loved decorating, and I loved doing and creating, and that was also based on a lack. And then once I came into really knowing and loving and seeing myself, I also saw what these things were connected to, that they were connected to somebody else's dreams and sometimes somebody else's pain, particularly where the fashion industry is concerned. And then I went back to buying secondhand things, secondhand clothes, secondhand furniture, and I would just kind of recreate it in my own way. And then I started making my own clothes after a head injury. Literally, one day something said make a dress, and I started making beautiful things out of seemingly nowhere. And in August, it'll be 3 years of making all my own clothes. And I remember I had made my first dress, and then I made the second, then I made the third. And I called all my friends over in like 3 or 4 different spaces, and I gave away everything. And I said, I'm either going to have 3 dresses again, or I'm going to learn to sew. Because at that time I was sewing by hand. And to go back to those 3 dresses as a choice was a really beautiful and powerful thing. But it wasn't intentional. It was kind of like we live our lives. Moments happen, and we kind of go into them. You get married, you marry into a family, and every 4th of July you have that picnic, and you just live, you do those things. So the assignment is this. I want you to go through your pictures for a year. Go through your picture file. And when you hit a picture, when you come upon a picture that you feel it, you know what I mean? You'll get chills, you'll tear up, you get emotional, you'll feel an overwhelming sense of joy. And I want you to create a file of all those pictures. And then I want you to go back and look at them again and find those moments where you really feel that deeply and create a 3rd file. And then I want you to create a dream board from your own life I'm not a fan of dream boards because it's creating images of somebody else's desires and somebody else's dreams for what you want based on what someone else wanted first. But what if we created a dream board based on the moments where we had these unexpected, joyful encounters, and then we intentionally created and planned what we want to have, not stepping into someone else's reality or stepping into somebody else's catalog, but to step into your own and to create your own life based on that. We're going to come into another period of fear and anxiety, and one thing I know for certain, and two I know for sure, the best thing that fights fear is hope. And the thing that gives me hope is love. I love you.